An unfortunate 2-0 loss for the Hartford Hawks baseball team here against Iona. And Coach, we had said on the pregame show that this game is going to come down to the wire. On paper, you guys look similar, and it did come down to the wire. It actually came down to one pitch. Barnes comes in, his first pitch, dealt into right center field, and that was the end of it. You guys had plenty of opportunities, but talk about that first pitch from Barnes.
The kid, he put a decent swing on it. He kind of dumped it in. If Estevez wasn't in double play depth, which he should have been, but if we were playing normal depth, he actually might have had a chance to get that ball. But he just found a hole. He put a decent swing, first pitch fastball. He was ready for it, and he got a hit, got the 2 RBIs, something we needed to do.
That was in the top half of the sixth inning. In the bottom half of the sixth inning, Pat Nouth gets aboard. He tries to take third base. And I said on the air that that's a split-second decision. You got to make a decision as, is the ball farther away from the catcher? Should I go? But you got to make the decision. I thought he was safe. That was the first time that I've actually seen you show some emotion out of the dugout. What'd you say to the third base umpire? PG version, please.
I thought it was the wrong call. We teach the guys, we want them to be aggressive. We want them to be very aggressive. The ball actually got past the catcher, which as the runner, that's all Pat can really see.
Yeah.
It hit the umpire's shin guard. That's what kept it close. So Pat made the initial read because they have to read it before the ball really even gets by the catcher. But he read it down, made the right read. He actually, I thought he was safe, but we didn't get the call.
That wasn't, the only chance that you guys had. At 6 out of the 9 innings, you guys had runners in scoring position. Just couldn't get that big hit to drive them on in. And, obviously you're in the dugout preaching to these guys. What are you trying to tell them to keep their heads up and try to come up with that big hit?
Again, it was kind of, we talked about it last time I spoke to you. You talk and talk and talk, and there's a lot of talk that goes on in the dugout and at practice, but eventually we have to do something. Each guy has to do something for himself, and unless he trusts the talk and trusts the process, it's not going to play out in the game. And then there are going to be some games where pitchers are just dealing again. They're just doing a good job against you. And I wouldn't have said that today was one of those days. We had opportunities. We had pitches that we could have hit. We just didn't get it done.
Obviously not the outcome that you wanted, but what does it say about the character of your team that the game literally came down to the last AB? You almost be able to pull it on off, but they continue to fight, even though they were down, in the middle of the ballgame.
We fight. We do fight. I told the guys, I just told the guys, I'm really happy in how we compete. We do compete well. We've been in a lot of games, but it should almost make us more frustrated because there are a lot of games that we've competed well in that we should have won or could have won if we hadn't shot ourselves in the foot. And here we are, the 9th inning. We get our 2 guys on. We get a single up the middle. Brendan Boehm, he's gotten maybe 3 at bats the last 2.5, 3 weeks. He does a good job, gets a single up the middle, and we can't get thrown out at third base to end the game. We got to know better than that.
Best of luck this weekend.
Thank you.
All right, head coach Justin Blood. The team will travel this weekend to take on the Maine Black Bears as they seek some wins in the America East Conference. Stay tuned to HartfordHawks.com for more information.